El Salvador is an impressive country, strategically located at the center of the Americas, just 2 hours from Miami, USA, with excellent connections to the rest of Latin America. El Salvador is one of the most accessible countries of Central America, thanks to its excellent and modern roadway infrastructure, a road and highway maintenance program, and one of the best highway connection models in Latin America, according to the Inter-American Development Bank. Distances are short in El Salvador, and most places can be reached quickly and easily. For example, from the capital city, one can get to beaches for surfing in 35 minutes, the San Salvador volcano in 20 minutes, a volcanic lake in 20 minutes, Antigua Guatemala overland in 6 hours, Tela and Ceiba, Honduras overland in 6 hours, Managua, Nicaragua overland in 8 hours. The El Salvador International Airport is one of the largest and most modern in Central America, with 17 terminal ramps, 14 of which connect directly to the departure gates. This airport is the only one in Central America to be certified as Category 1 in security by the Federal Aviation Administration. With a total building area of 34,380 meters square, the Comalapa Airport in El Salvador provides departure gates, hallways, immigration and custom areas, and a great variety of stores and restaurants. The number of different airlines flying to El Salvador is another advantage for travelers who may choose from around 32 direct flights every day to and from the major cities of the United States, Canada, and Central and South America on American Airlines, United, Delta, Avianca TACA, Iberia, Spirit, Copa Airlines, Canjet, Transair, and Aeromexico. Flight times to El Salvador from major cities: Bogota, 2 hours and 55 minutes, Lima, 4 hours, Guatemala, 25 minutes, Miami, 1 hour and 50 minutes, Los Angeles, 4 hours, Washington, 4 hours, 30 minutes, Toronto, 5 hours, Madrid, 9 hours. El Salvador is an ideal place for meetings, events, and conventions. MICE. El Salvador has so much to offer in conference tourism, including sun and beaches, adventure tourism, surfing, rafting, canopy tours, zipline, kayaking and parasailing, nature tourism and hiking, sailing and sport fishing, cultural and archaeological tourism, geotourism, including tours of the production processes for coffee and indigo, rural tourism, health and relaxation tourism, historical tourism, cruise ship tourism. El Salvador houses a fairs and convention center with over 142,000 meters square of space. Demand for business tourism has grown over recent years in El Salvador. The variety of entertainment opportunities in San Salvador has made the city a favorite of businessmen throughout Central America. Lodging capacity. El Salvador has over 8,200 rooms to offer, distributed across over 390 luxury hotels, hostels, and beach and mountain hotels. In San Salvador alone, there are more than 90 different hotels, including first-rate international hotel chains such as Crown Plaza, Real Intercontinental, Hilton Princess, Sheraton Presidente, Courtyard Marriott, Holiday Inn San Salvador. Business activity in El Salvador. Commerce in El Salvador moves at a frenetic pace, and the country keeps up with the fashion trends of the big cities of the United States, Europe, and South America. This is evidenced by the country's imposing shopping centers, full of modern flair and a broad variety of brands and products, offering vibrant nightlife and many entertainment options. The main shopping and lifestyle centers are Multiplaza. This mall has many exclusive stores, restaurants, bars, movie theaters, and dance clubs. La Gran Via, designed for mall goers who want an open-air feel, with a movie theater and shopping. El Paseo Shopping Center, an excellent option for fine stores, modern restaurants, and exquisite cafes. Galeria Shopping Center, for those who seek out more shopping or simply a casual bite to eat and a movie. Plaza Merliot, filled with stores and family restaurants. Metrocentro, one of the largest malls in the region. This shopping center is conveniently and centrally located in San Salvador and houses an enormous variety of shops and restaurants. Culture. A cultural tour should start at the San Salvador historic downtown, where 19th century buildings are scattered among most recent constructions. Some impressive sights not to be missed include the National Palace, Metropolitan Cathedral, National Theater, and the Rosary Church. Outside the capital city, tourists may visit any of the leading towns throughout the country to take part in our national traditions, sample exquisite traditional cuisine, and mingle with warm and happy people. An array of painting, sculpture, photography, and other visual arts charged with history and culture may be enjoyed at any of the following museums. The David J. Guzman National Anthropology Museum, MUNA, houses a valuable collection of pre-Columbian pieces and historical relics. The Museum of Modern Art in El Salvador, MARTE, includes exhibits from great Salvadorian visual artists, as well as other recognized painters such as Siqueiros, Picasso, Dalí, and Cartier-Bresson, among others. El Salvador is filled with interesting tourist attractions. Come and see. To help tourists get the most from their experience, a series of sites have been combined into tourism routes. The Flowers Route, a unique cultural journey to the western region of the country, hopping through 5 small towns full of life and tradition. Archaeology Route. This route begins at the impressive Mayan world, including the Joya de Seren site, a small community that was buried under 5 meters of volcanic ash from a nearby eruption of the Laguna Caldera volcano. This archaeological area was declared a World Heritage Site in 1993 and has been called the Pompeii of the Americas because of the pristinely conserved details. Joya de Seren lets visitors catch a glimpse of the daily life of Mayan farming village some 1400 years ago. This route also includes other archaeological sites such as San Andrés, Tazumal, Casablanca, Cihuatán. Artisans Route. In this route, tourists may observe beautiful scenery and enjoy good food, enchanting hotels, great entertainment, outdoor activities, and view a wide variety of crafts and colorful textiles. This route spans approximately 100 kilometers, from the capital city to the highest point in El Salvador, Cerro El Pital, 2,730 meters above sea level. In the brisk climate in this route, tourists may visit an archaeological site, picturesque towns, and many spots for ecotourism. Sun and Beaches Route. El Salvador has over 300 kilometers of beautiful beaches to offer, including the beaches in La Libertad, one of the most famous sites in the world for surfers seeking out challenge and waves. La Libertad also has a beautiful boardwalk where visitors can sample delicious seafood dishes, enjoy the bars and nightlife, sign up for a scuba trip to nearby coral reefs, or watch sea turtle hatchings make their way on the gray and black volcanic sand. Bahia Sierra Circuit Route. This is an exciting option that runs from the eastern coast of El Salvador to the peak of the Tecapa Range. Peace Route. This route was named for the calm that currently reigns in the area after 12 years of armed conflict. This is a beautiful area surrounded by natural landscapes, crystal clear waters, and refreshing waterfalls. Boquerón Tourist Route. El Playón. Parque Boquerón. The Joya de Serán archaeological site and the Joyas Negras lookout point are included in this route around the volcanic colossus that overlooks the San Salvador Valley. Visitors can enjoy the summit and learn about the stages of one of the most fascinating eruptions from the early 20th century. Coffee Route. As a country that produces one of the best coffees in the world, this tour includes a living history of the coffee production process, from planting to harvest. And visitors can cap off their tour with an exquisite cup of Salvadorian coffee. Nahuatl Pipil Route. The Nahuatl Pipil Route is an ideal way to experience the wealth of our cultural roots. Visiting sites where our ancestral cultures are on display with striking purity, tourists may meet local inhabitants who are the direct descendants of the pre-Hispanic cultures that ruled these lands, observe their customs and traditions, and sample their cuisine. Monsignor Romero Route. This valuable tour narrates the work and life of this archbishop and martyr who is admired around the world and here at home. His message of hope lives on in the hearts of each of his followers in El Salvador and abroad. This experience impacts all of your senses as you hear this great man's simple and captivating voice and charisma. Read his phrases full of compassion and love. Observe his personal belongings which bring to mind the nostalgia of those who shared their lives with him. Visit his humble home, stand on the spot where Monsignor spoke his last words and drew his last breath, and experience the solemn presence of his grave. This is a tour that feeds the spirit with the work and testimony of a great human being. The Monsignor Romero route takes approximately 6 hours, but may also be extended to span 2 days and include other tourist sites in San Salvador and the surrounding areas. This tour takes visitors across the recently opened and christened Monsignor Romero Boulevard, a modern highway traveled by some 50,000 vehicles per day. The highway stands out for its modern lining and construction in harmony with the environment, serving over 1 million inhabitants of Antiguo Cuscatlán, San Salvador, Nueva San Salvador, and the entire western part of the country. The Monsignor Romero route and the newly named boulevard reflect the privileged position all Salvadorians reserve for the martyred Archbishop, Monsignor Romero. Another excellent destination is the Volcano region, for lovers of open-air strolls, cool weather, and captivating landscapes. This route takes visitors along many lookout points, including the famous Mirador del Pacífico that overlooks the Santa Ana volcano, Coatepeque Lake, and the Isaca volcano, also known as the Lighthouse of the Americas. After a visit to all these attractions, let us turn our attention to what sets El Salvador apart from other countries. the short distance between each site let ensure short and pleasant trips and tours. El Salvador can offer beaches just 30 minutes from the capital, or Mayan ruins as just 90 minutes. Opportunities like this make the country an ideal host nation for events, conventions, business meetings, and of course, vacations. El Salvador welcomes its visitors with over 6 million smiling and hardworking people, willing to make each trip an unforgettable experience. El Salvador, impressive.